Hello everyone and welcome back to Greenpine Zoo and Gardens. Once again we are on our way to Panda and we made big progress in last week's episode when we built the first habitat for the male panda on the left side of the building, which you can see in a few minutes. And yeah, today we are going to continue to work on this area and especially on the building. And I have good news for you guys, but I also do have bad news as well. So, good news first, we are going to almost finish the complete building by the end of today's episode. So, this means we are going to have an indoor habitat for the panda. Well, we already do have an indoor area, but we are going to have a fully designed indoor area for the giant panda. We're also going to have a nice indoor area for our guests for the level where the panda habitat is. We are going to have a working restaurant and we are going to have a working gift shop. What we won't have by the end of today's episode, and that is the bad news, we're not going to have the habitat for the female panda yet. Not the indoor and not the outdoor part. So that is something that we need to work on in next week's episode. And I know, once again Panda. It is such a massive and so much detailed build. I think besides the entrance building here in Greenpine Zoo and Gardens, I don't have anything that comes close to Panda or the Pandasian Palace. So yeah, I'm very sorry for you guys. I hope you don't get bored with it, but I really want to take my time on this because I think, and you're going to see it by the end of today's episode, it looks so beautiful in the end and I'm very, very, very proud of it. I hope you guys do enjoy it as well because yeah, this might be the best thing that I did in Planet Zoo in a long time. So yeah. First of all, we are going to build the indoor area for our guests. Therefore, I was using those simple benches that you could see. I don't know which DLC they are from. Might be... No, I really don't know. I use those because they are really easy to cover up. Oh, the aquatic DLC, I think. Yeah, that's it. They're really easy to cover up and I wanted to have a cover up for them so that we do have a custom styled bench by using those Indonesian wood pieces once again to cover the seating area so our guests will be able to sit on it. I know the guests do not use the benches that often, but if they do it, they can. What I was noticing when I cut the video and saw the part, what I'm doing right here, I noticed that I forgot about covering the trash bins completely. So I have to go back in there, which is not a big problem because we're going back into the house next week. As planned, because we need to build the habitat for the female panda, so I have to think about that I need to cover the trash bins up a little bit better than I did in here, so that it looks actually nicer. Yeah, it doesn't do it right now. So in the beginning, when we got those bamboo pieces, and I don't know if they are base game items or if they are part of any DLC. I was not a big fan of them because of the color. But if you use the ones that you can change the color to, the recolorable ones, oh my god, they actually look pretty nice if you choose a darker green or a darker brown or any color that I don't see. Or that I don't know that I've chosen. So these also may be red, I don't know, but as I said, if you recolor them, they are pretty nice and make a great decoration. So I definitely wanted to have at least a little bit of a bamboo theme here in the house, so therefore those bamboo building pieces and the real bamboo in here is quite a nice fit, I think. Yeah, and it makes everything look a little bit nicer, I think. So I also was not a big fan of the gray walls, so therefore I decided we are going to put some red walls over them to make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit warmer, and keep the theme of the palace feeling in here. So I think it looks way better now. We're also going to have a little bit more of decoration with the golden Indonesian pieces in here as well, so that we do have the palace feeling in here. To be completely honest with you guys, I'm putting the wall in here, and having a look at it from the outside, I decided this just doesn't look right. It's too dark underneath, and I didn't know why I built it like this, so that we do have this huge open field or whatever right underneath the terrace of the restaurant. So I decided to put the wall a little bit further outside, but not completely, so that we still have the space for the elevator that we built in last week's episode, but just a little bit more, so that we do have a little bit more space on the inside, and that the building doesn't look that weird in the end. And I think it looks better when I'm doing it like this. We're also going to have a finished connection in today's episode, or should I say by the end of today's episode, where our visitors can actually leave the cat house and walk straight to Pandasia. They don't have to walk through the big aviary and make all the way through the Himalayan area, so they can go straight to Pandasia right now, and can also enter the Himalayan area from the lower part of the zoo. And I'm also really happy when we are going to finish this area. I love this area, don't get me wrong, but I noticed that it's starting to lag a little bit when I work in this area, or at least you will see it by the end of the video when I'm doing the real-time tour through the zoo. It's a bit laggy, but yeah, no wonder, because there's so many building pieces in this building, and that does a little bit to the performance of my computer. So yeah, as I said, I'm happy when we finish this and start with a new area in a different part of the zoo. Which I'm also thinking about right now. Where are we going to put our Australian area? So we do have several options. I don't know. I think I planned already where to put it, and I think I talked about it in a video a few weeks or months ago, but I don't know where I wanted to put the Australian area, because I think once you go through the tunnel in the Himalayan area, I wanted to have Europe over there, so a little bit of a European area, and not Australia. But also I wanted to have Australia right at the end of the zoo, when you leave the zoo, which would make sense when you walk through the Himalayan area and through the tunnel, and then go the path down, and the path down under, so to say. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We still have so much work to do here in Pandasia, so maybe Australia is going to be something that we have to worry about in 2026 and not in 2025 anymore. Who knows? Yeah, as you can see, lots of decoration going on in here. We do have lamps in here, we do have some kind of a carpet in here, and I think the indoor area looks so much nicer right now. So now we are going to create the indoor playground for our panda. Once again with the climbing pieces and building platforms out of it, and also an elevated walkway like we have on the outdoor habitat for the panda as well, so that it is very similar to that. And I was choosing this artificial rocks or this faux rocks because I thought it would not look that realistic if we would have real rocks in the indoor habitat for the giant panda. So I thought it would make more sense if we have the faux rocks in here and just connecting them with the elevated path, and maybe have a little bit of a planter in here where we do also have some bamboo in there, which in hindsight might be not the best idea to have that, because yeah, what would happen to bamboo if you have real bamboo in a habitat where the giant pandas live? Yeah, they will feast on it. And maybe the bamboo won't be in there as long as we wanted to have it in here. So yeah, but it looks nice. And we also could pretend that it is not real bamboo, that it is made of plastic, and the pandas wouldn't go to that and have a snack. Yeah, so here's the little planter that I was talking about. And we're also going to have a little bit of decoration on the walls as well in a few minutes, because it looks so naked and cold, and yeah, I'm not a fan of it right now. But we're getting there. I'm also going to use some wallpapers, you will see in a few minutes, something that I never did before, but I think it fits in the end. So once again, some more of the artificial rocks in here. Yeah, could use that as I wanted it, because it was sticking through the wall. Some realism. So we're going to clean the habitat so that the water can go out. And here's the wallpaper. As I said, something that I didn't use ever before, but yeah, somehow it fits in here. I don't know. But I think it looks really nice. So one more planter in here as well, where we're also going to have some bamboo. And then I think we might be done with the indoor habitat. Then we can move on to the restaurant and the gift shop on the upper level. By the way, I haven't seen any visitors yet that were going into the restaurant or into the gift shop. So this might also be because we limited the amount of guests that can visit our zoo, so that we don't have that many guests in here. Our zoo is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and so the guests would need quite some time to get there. Which shouldn't be the problem, because the pandas would be very attractive for the guests, so guests would absolutely want to go in here and see the pandas. So yeah, or maybe not, because all of the cats are right next to it, and maybe the cats are a little bit more attractive. I don't know, but I'm hoping that we're going to have guests in here very soon. So some more decoration in here to make it look a little bit more warm and cozy, I think. And as I said, I'm very happy with how it looks in the end. As well, with the ceiling that we do have in here, it makes the whole thing look so much better. Okay, done with the indoor habitat. Now we can move on to the layout of the upper part with the restaurant and with the gift shop. I have to admit that I have to go in there once more, because we need a few of the guest barriers so that our guests won't walk through the walls, because actually they could. They could walk right through the walls into the restaurant, because everything up here is path. So it would not be difficult for them to walk through any wall in here. As well, when they want to go into the gift shop, they don't have to use the door. They can walk straight to the wall and into the gift shop, and I don't want that to happen. So I definitely have to go into that in next week's episode as well, so that we do have some guest barriers in here. Yeah, because I don't want that. Usually I'm not that sloppy and forget about such things. Sometimes I am, but not on purpose, so I do care about this stuff. And as I was decorating all of this and building all of this, I discovered some building pieces that I usually didn't use at all in the past. So like with the wallpaper pieces, I also found some pretty nice curtains from, I think it was the Zookeeper DLC, for the tents or whatever it might be called. And I never used that before, but they make beautiful curtains and they fit so perfectly for the restaurant and also for the gift shop, so I was using those as well. And also some of the banners, I think from the European DLC, which were also a great match for the build that we are going to have here. Ooh, I cooked some tea and I left the tea a little bit too long in the water and it is very strong. Ooh, okay. Very intense. Yeah, what I don't like that much about the gift shop is it might be a little bit too elevated, so that we do have a little gap in here. But I will cover that up. We are going to have a little bit of a step in there. So yeah, that's the only way I could cover that up. And I think in the end it looks pretty much okay. the entrance to our restaurant and our gift shop. A little bit more of decoration around the building to make it look a little bit prettier. Oh, and I also want to thank you guys. I already do have 12 members for the Bake and Play Keeper Crew, so the membership for my channel. So there are a few new members on the Keeper Crew, and I'm very happy and very grateful for your support, guys. This means a lot to me, especially as my videos in the last few weeks didn't gain that much traction, so we don't have that much views for the videos, and I don't know why that is. It might be the case because of the interest in Planet Zoo is not that big anymore now that Jurassic World Evolution 3 is out. And yeah, it is as it is always. If there's a new game that is coming out, there's always the bigger content creators that gain followers and views to their videos, and the smaller ones not so much. And yeah, I still see myself as a smaller creator, so I'm not going to say that I'm suffering right now. That is not the case at all. But yeah, I feel it. I feel it that I don't have that much traffic on my channel anymore. And yeah, looking forward to Planet Zoo 2. So I guess you guys might have seen the announcement for the 6th anniversary of Planet Zoo as well. So it is now official that we are going to get Planet Zoo 2 in 2026. I'm very excited for it. Very excited, but also very frightened. Because I don't want Planet Zoo to have a start like Planet Coaster 2 had. Planet Zoo is such a great game and such a fun game. After 6 years, people still playing the game like me and creating beautiful stuff, having so much fun, and I'm still not bored with this game. So I hope that Planet Zoo 2 is going to do everything right and give us everything that we want and we need in this game. So I hope Frontier listened, not as they did with Jurassic World Evolution 2, which I have to say was pretty much of a letdown for me. Yeah, sure, it was a nice game. I have all the DLCs, I played it a few hours, but in the end it was just Jurassic World Evolution 1 with a new logo and with somewhat like, yeah, a DLC, but called Jurassic World Evolution 2. And with the third part, they made everything right. This is such a cool game. This is so much fun. Yeah, I can't get enough of it, and I hope they will do the same with Planet Zoo 2. I hope they will give us finally birds. I hope they will give us finally aquariums. I hope they will give us everything that a real zoo needs. And I really do hope that we will get the option to have a second habitat entrance for our keepers, so that we will have several entrances. This would be so great. But I think I'm going to do a speculation video, or yeah, somewhat of an info video on Planet Zoo 2, where we can talk about everything that the new game needs and everything that I'm hoping to get in Planet Zoo 2. You can also let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it and what you guys are hoping for, and I will cover that in that video as well. So yeah, so we can see what we will actually end up next year with the second part of Planet Zoo. But I also want to say, I know this is going to get a shitstorm once the game is released, but I'm pretty sure that we won't be getting all of the animals that we do have in the game right now. I mean, not right away. So I don't think that the game will be released and we are getting every single animal that is in the game right now, because this would be crazy. So what would they add in the DLCs? That wouldn't make sense. So I guess, yeah, we're going to get a lot of the animals that we do have, because Frontier always does that. I think about Jurassic World Evolution. We did get all the animals that we had in the first part for the second installment, and now for the third installment we got almost every animal that we got in the first two games, and the ones that we didn't get will be released as free updates every month. I thought maybe 1 or 2 every month. I just can't remember, but yeah, we'll be getting that. And so I think, yeah, it's quite sure to say that we won't be getting like, what is it right now? Do we have 100 different animals, or is it even more? I don't know. It's so many animals that we already do have. I know there's lots of animals more that we can have in the game, but the big showstoppers, we already do have them. So what would they add in a DLC if they gave it to us right away? Yeah, so just something to think about. Oh, and I also can hear people say, well, they want us to pay for all the animals that we already had in the first game. That is not right. Let's think about other games. Let's think about The Sims especially. Isn't it the same thing with The Sims? So every time a new version of the game does come out, there's always the same DLCs from the game before, or the version of the game before, sold once again. So I don't know if people are complaining about that as well, because they bought it the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, and the fifth time. Or is there a Sims 5? Or even Sims 6? I don't know. Yeah, so we are going to finish the restaurant. Some decoration here as well for the open kitchen. I was trying to put down some plates by using some of the African vase, or how do you say it in English? Do you say it vase? The thing where you put flowers in it. I guess you know what I mean. Vase or vase? Yeah, this thing here. It is perfect if you lower it down to the ground to sample some plates. You can also use this piece here that we got from the conservation DLC, that is also perfect for creating plates. You can also recolor it. I was thinking about having plates on the tables already, but then I thought, no, we will have guests sitting there with their food like burgers, pizza, ice cream and stuff like that, and it would look weird if there was if there was something on the table, if there were dishes on the table. So some more decoration. And we just need to have the roof in here. and then we are done. But now we are working on the last part of this video, which is the gift shop. I wanted the gift shop to be panda themed, like the one in the Uwe Dierenpark in Rehnen is, which was the inspiration for building Pandasia. So they do have a Chinese restaurant in Pandasia as well, and they also do have a gift shop where everything that you can get in here is panda themed, and I wanted to have something in here as well. But then I noticed we don't have that much items that are just pandas. So I used some of the decorational pieces, so the panda statues that we already do have in the beginning of Pandasia as well. And I also was using some of the gift shop items. So we do have panda plushies, we do have panda puzzles, we do have a panda picture for the wall, but I think that's it. We don't have any panda stuff else, which is a bit sad, because I thought we would have more, because panda is such an iconic animal. I thought we would have panda hats, but we don't have panda hats, and we also don't have panda t-shirts. So yeah, that was a little bit of a downer when I was building all of this. So I decided we are going to have mostly panda items, but also going to have several other items as well, but not that much of prominent items like yeah, a moose hat or an African wild dog hat, or gorilla, giraffe or elephant statues or plushies. So I was keeping it simple. So we're going to have t-shirts, we're going to have puzzles, we're going to have mugs, and everything else is going to be panda, because yeah, I wanted to have a panda gift shop in here. Yeah, I did cut a lot of that stuff out because I thought it would be a little bit too repetitive if you see all of the things that I'm doing again and again and again. So yeah, we are very close to the end. I'm just going to build the roof in here, or the ceiling, for the restaurant and the gift shop, for the upper level of our panda mall, which it is called. And some more decorations, some lamps in here, and yeah, then we call it a day, and we have a very well functioning building without any guests yet. But they are coming, I'm pretty sure they will. Yeah, and with that being said, as I said in the beginning of the video, in next week's episode we are going to continue to build in here. We're going to have the second habitat for our giant pandas, and yeah, maybe some stuff more. We'll see how much we can do in next week's episode. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, hype the video, tell everyone that you know that they should watch my videos, and hope to see you guys next week as well. So bye guys, and have a great week. Bye.